Good evening, fellow Nigerians. Good morning, good afternoon, my fellow citizens of that nation. I'm sending out my greetings. My today's topic is superglued nations called Nigeria. It has been a long time that I have not appeared online. I really have a reason for that. Hello, my brother. Special greetings. Actually, men looking at what is happening in Nigeria today, it makes me laugh. You know, it's something that is like people chewing pomo with beer, and watching football or wrestling. They keep on predicting, smiling, laughing, and when the pepper you too much, you will sniff or shout that it's too hot. It's no longer funny. Nigeria is being run like a nation that is confused. You know, looking from the right to left, all corner, there is nothing like governance inside Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is just as if when people are using nail and hammer to patch a boat that is trying to sink. You know, and when you give hammer to a wrong carpenter or somebody who have not nailed something before, he will help the boat to sink. You feel me? My people normally says, in your John I thought, it's evil thing that normally makes people to laugh. Nigerian case is no more a laughing matter. Row, problem, rioting, division, crime, a lot of things is busting out in Nigeria today, and the federal government doesn't have any solution to any problem moving inside Nigeria. Our president keep on running from helter skelter from one country to another. I don't know what he's traveling for because our people normally says onye ụlọ ya na-agba ọkụ anaghị achụ oke. Somebody who his house is burning doesn't chase rats that are running out of that house. But men looking at how our government, our institutions are being run today, you will notice that it's like Hausa people normally says, they are running Nigeria like Ba Kwomi nation. Eastern region are protesting, shouting, saying their mind about how the nation is being run. Let me just give you people just a little my own understanding why Nigeria is still stands still for since independent, since after the war. You know what? When you come into Nigeria, you will see that Yorubas used the opportunity of civil war to be able to study higher than other part of Nigeria. That was then. And right from birth, Igbos are well talented in many fields. We have to accept that one. It's normal. Not because I'm Igbo, but I have to tell you the simple truth. And in northern Nigeria, they are into farming and other things that are also good on in terms of education too, but not higher than like others. But the thing that is holding Nigeria back, that keep on dividing that nation, is like something that happened before when Gaddafi was still alive. Gaddafi is somebody, everybody hate Gaddafi in the international world. And men looking at Nigeria, there is division. And he mentioned the word Nigeria should divide. And they said, why must you utter that word? That is how things are moving inside Nigeria. Why must it be the Igbos that will bring liberty in Nigeria? Why must it be this tribe that has the knowledge to move the nation forward? Instead of us Africans to become wise, we keep on asking ourselves, why? Look, when looking at map, the world map, you will see that those that are ruling the world are from a tiny part of the planet. But as big as Africa, they are like elephant that has nothing but that horn. You can't eat elephant meat. You can't use the leather. It's useless. Only what is good in elephant is the horn. That is the way I'm seeing Africa, and I'm seeing the heartbeat of Africa as Nigeria. Because if Nigeria is stupid, the whole black African nation are foolish. You get me? Why am I saying this? Instead of we should unite our ass to accept, to respect the potential in every black African citizen, rather we will try to castigate, fight against his talent, try to demoralize his will, try to destroy him entirely, just for nothing. And we forgot that when we destroy that thing, you can't eat your cake and have it. That you will never grow. Western world, when Germans, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of German government, was promoting the need for Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, all these nations to join the European Union, to join European one market. People were saying she must be stupid. She has no bread. But you look at Romania, they has nothing. They produce nothing. You feel me? But as a wise woman with wise people surrounding her government, she knows you guys produce nothing, but you guys can consume. Not only that, you guys can be a very powerful cheap labor that will help the locomotive of German to keep on moving. They did not throw away Romania and Bulgaria because they are poor, because they produce nothing. Rather, they try to figure out where they will be able to future these people to make German great again. Have Nigeria or any leader in Nigeria asked himself, how can we make Nigeria great again? That time when Nigeria was great, what made Nigeria great? How do they work as a great nation? When the whole system, the whole locomotive is being... Look, Nigeria is like locomotive. That it needs water, it needs coal, it needs oil. And if you keep on popping this thing, locomotive keep on generating itself and producing horsepower and keep on drawing himself forward. But you cannot drop out the coal. The coal, this is a coal, this is a black coal out of locomotive, drop out water, oil, and ask the locomotive to keep on going. It will break down. That is Nigeria for you. Don't be envy of what God gave to the any person in Nigeria. Rather, bring yourself back. Stop running the Nigerian government as superglued country that will fall apart tomorrow. Buhari government, this man got no knowledge. And look, when a nation, when a leader has no knowledge how to run a nation, it's not a problem. It's not something bad. Because you will try to learn tomorrow. You will try to bring those that will ginger your government to be successful. Rather, you are moving a full battalion of military to eastern part of Nigeria. Operation Cobra Dance. Did you hear that word? You call yourself a united country, but you move full armed military that's supposed to secure Nigerian borders to one part of the nation, Operation Cobra Dance. Telling people, selling to the news that they are there to protect the eastern region. For what? Before the military went to that place, are the people disappearing? Moving military to one part of your nation has a lot of meaning. You are telling people that the individuals of that part of the nation are having problem with the herdsmen. Are this military there to protect the lives of those people that came from that region from the hands of herdsmen? Or you want to use the military to subdue the citizens for them not to rise against the herdsmen moving around their farmland? Will this thing bring unity in Nigeria, or is it going to bring division? You are telling Nigerians that you will make Nigeria great while you are taking away the power of police, that his duty is to force the law and constitution of the nation into the citizens of the country. You take the power from the police and give it to the military. Are we under military rule? I don't think so. And those military in Nigeria that are serving under Nigerian government, you are making a great mistake. I'm not insulting you because I'm seeing what you guys are doing there. I will call most of you illiterates. Most are well educated. And it's the duty of the educated ones to educate the illiterate ones. In the sense, you as a Nigerian military, the first day you join Nigerian military, there are documents you sign and you swear. What did you swear for? Have you asked yourself, what did I swear for as a military man? To guide and protect the life and the citizen and the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And you are there now with your arm pointing at those people you swear to protect. Look at Egypt. During the time Egypt we are doing revolution, military were on the street. And military did not cock their gun for one day and shoot one of their citizens. Rather, military pressed the dictatorship of their government to step down, that they are here for the people. The military are there to protect their citizens. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. Military are there to kill their citizens to protect who? The Hausa Fulanis that come from Niger and other parts of Africa. How can a nation sell his own citizens because of hatred of what gave to them, what God gave to them? If you ask me, those people that are moving your military to their own region, they are the promoter of one Nigeria, even though that the eastern region are shouting today that they want to pull out of Nigeria. Still, they are the highest investors in every corner, in every part of Nigeria. Till tomorrow. Even as I'm talking to you now, most of the Biafra members are still buying house in Lagos, in Abuja, buying landed property, investing in your economy. Can you point to me, please, Nigeria, where a Yoruba man owned a nation or a mansion in eastern Nigeria? Show me one Nigeria, please. Can you please show me the Hausas that are selling cattle, that are selling a lot of things in Abia State, in Imo? Hausa that are changing money in Eastern region for decades. Please show me your estate. Please show me your investment in Eastern region. You guys are trying to tell Nigeria that Biafra are trying to divide the nation, and this one will stay in his office. Those that are trying to divide the nation will fall. You that are uttering that word, point to me the reason why they should not pull your investment that promote one Nigeria in their own territory. Even Buhari government, that is the president of the Federal Republic, is going to borrow $30 billion to invest in Yoruba and Hausa. Even federal government doesn't even trust himself to invest in the Eastern region. Who is dividing the nation? Operation Cobra Dance. Why are you keeping why are you still spagluing the Nigeria? Why are you still solotaping Nigeria to be like one nation, my people? You are now fighting, pushing in Senate to give Lagos State a special status in Nigeria. Has anybody asked himself, what is special status that they want to give Lagos State? Have you researched on your own? You know what, my people, you guys are foolish. Sorry that I'm using this word. You guys are foolish, because when things are popping up, you are using smartphone, you have internet, you will hear news, you will hear things going on around you. What will you do? You will stick to WhatsApp and keep on chatting your rubbish. All girls that are moving around with AIDS and HIV. You will never try to research the future of my children. Have you asked yourself, I have been suffering in this nation since I was born. What will be the future of my own children and my own children's children? Am I here for what? Why did God create me? What will be my legacy? When I die, what will people use to remember me? Nothing. Nothing. Must you be a governor to make something? No. Must you be a president to? No. You must not be on top. I want to be a chairman before I will be able to bring my better idea that will move the nation forward. Wrong idea. Wrong idea. Research what is special status they want to give Lagos State. They are reading to you, one Nigeria, read it short. Do you know what? When somebody wants to tell you a story, he tell you that it's good story and bad story. It's your duty to tell him, give me first of all the bad story. Nigeria is good in feeding you with the good story, the good side of the story. What of the bad side of it? In a nation that is united, and you want, there is a video I shared in Facebook and in YouTube. When Buhari won the election, that same day, one Yoruba guy called Alhaji to congratulate him that Buhari has won. And this man started vomiting all the grudges they have against the Igbos in Nigeria. How they would disarm Igbos from their businesses. How they will give Lagos State special status. How they will sell landed property in their own in north and south. How they will sell it one kobo within themselves and sell it 50 billion to Igbo people. All those things that man mentioned, if you will go back, search my videos, go to my YouTube channel, you will see it. The title was, is this the one Nigeria that we are projecting for? The man mentioned that they will disarm the Igbos from their business they are doing. They will collect their certificate. They will give Lagos State special status. They will demoralize the Igbos, and they will tarnish all the business. In short, anything that make you a strong man as an Igbo man in Nigeria got to be systematically seized out, squeezed out of you. That man mentioned everything, the whole plan they have. And now, special status has popped up in Nigerian Senate. Are they not discussing it? Will you say that Zebedi did not publish those things for you to see, to it, to listen it? Did you listen to it? Did you share it? Did you reason to it? Tomorrow you will say that this our country safe, no, they move forward. But the government, systematically, they are telling you the truth before they do it. But in a corny way, so that tomorrow you won't hold them accountable. Look at the nation. Look at our ladies that just won, that win their trophy. They couldn't even the thing they win, there is money in it, but the players couldn't get the allowances. Is it a nation? And that allowances now, I believe that somebody has pocketed their money, or they put it in fixed deposit for at least two years before they will release it and make their gain. Is this, they are running the nation like gangs of mafias that has no future, has no dream to move the nation. Rather, whatever you will be able to grab it before the nation will collapse. Holding Nnamdi Kanu, seizing, killing Biafrans, and the human rights organization open their little mouth to talk a little about the killings of Biafra, and Nigeria government is lobbying in the American Senate, lobbying everywhere to block these people for them not to ever utter that word again from their tongue. And our business people in Nigeria, Igbos, let me use you guys. Igbos are the largest self-made millionaires on planet. I will publish we are the international analysis. Igbos are the largest self-made, not that you collect contracts from government, self-made millionaires on planet, on individual level, not on governmental something. And do you know that there is power in that thing that you guys are millionaires, self-made millionaires? If you look at America today, millionaires, business people, use the wealth they have acquired to control their business, to control the government for their business to keep on moving. But Igbos, every line, that every business, every importer, you will try to keep your money, make anybody not touch and make you not spend 50,000. If you people, if they say make you contribute money, say you not get. But tomorrow, that Nigeria will still use one system or the other and collect that money out of your hand. They will seize your goods. They will make you destitute in Lagos. They will make you destitute in your nation. And that money will disappear. You won't have 5 cents. Why don't you guys form an organization where you will be spending 50,000 naira every month to fight your way through the government? You are the largest business in Nigeria. Little contractors are Hausa from Yorubas are gathering themselves to squeeze the business you have established in Nigeria out of your hand, and you are there looking. They say that you must go to school to know. Are you not running your family? If you can be able to run their family, then you can be able to run the government. Then you can be able to find your way through. Containers are being seized. Who owns the containers? Igbos. If they want to auction it, where they auction it? In northern Nigeria. And when people will go to buy that auction, the same the Igbos, the importers too. Ewu, iberibe, mama, you be mumu. You don't need to go to university to be able to know how. If you be able to be successful in business, you will be able to know how to use money. Politicians are criminals. Use money to corrupt them. Use money to make them to be dependent of you. Without you, they are nobody. That is what is happening in the United States. Use money to sort your way out. Nigeria will never help any Igbo man till the world end. Take it or you leave it. And no Igbo man will rule that nation. Either you support for Biafra to pull, or you use your wealth to wash the way for the Igbos to be successful in Nigeria. That's the only alternative you have. No plus, no minus. The government has no plan for you. The government has no plan for the nation himself. Those that are leading, that has somebody that has no certificate, that doesn't even employ a graduate to work for him. He will go and look for 70 years old man that they work in army before to a military man will now become a sports minister. Oh, Chineke kweleni hojo. My people, as you people can see, Nigerian army is now in Eastern region. My message is this: if you guys are protesting because of Biafra issue, if you see the military, please, ejim Chineke na ayogi, stay out of their way. Your blood is too expensive to flow on that main road. These guys are heartless. They have no human sympathy. They have no human feeling. They know nothing that they call human rights, and they will never value you. Nigeria have never valued their citizens. They don't care about their citizens. They don't even know whether you're existing. If you see them coming, please dismiss and regather after they left. Because your brain is needed in future of our nation. If anything you are doing, don't be aggressive. If they talk to you, if they approach you, answer them. Be polite. If they say lie down, lie on the floor. Don't resist them, because they are there to kill and nobody will talk. Please, ejim Chineke na ayun. We know nothing about their plans why they entered the Eastern region. There is no war going on in the Eastern region. International community are talking about the ones they have killed, and they want to kill more to tell you that nobody is coming for your rescue. Please stay out of their way and keep on systematically through one way or the other. I keep on writing to people. If you get news, I have a news page. Send the news to me in private email. Pictures you snap. Write your story. If you want your name to appear as the publisher, as the reporter, I will put your name. This is the only way we will make the world to hear our voice. If you are waiting the time Vanguard will write your news, it's owned by Yoruba. Yoruba are joining with Hausa to systematically destroy the Igbos. But the Yorubas are going to get their result at the end of the day. They think that they are helping the Hausas to finish the Igbos. If you can remember what happened during the war, and after Hausa make special promises to other part of Igbo land to give them access to Biafra, they still treat them the way they are treating Biafra till tomorrow. To tell you, it's divide and rule, brainwash. Yoruba will get what they deserve when the time comes. Either Yoruba will pull out of that unity with Hausa to marginalize the Igbo and press Hausa to join for the unity of the nation to move forward, or that nation will destroy and nobody is there to gain rather than the Igbos. Take it or you leave it. That's my message for you today, my people. Any Yoruba man that is coming out to tell you I'm supporting Igbo, please run away. Any Yoruba man that is on the news talking about Biafra, run away. Their Yorubas are knife with two faces. They will kill you and forget. They are not your friend. In terms of politics, they will betray you when you need them the most. They have been doing it in Nigeria, and they will keep on doing it. The 20 pounds they give to the Igbos after the war, don't forget that Hausa ordered Nigeria to give Igbos everything that they lost in Biafran war. And Yoruba man stand firm and said no. They can survive with 20 pounds. So for them coming now, changing like chameleon to tell you they are with you, they can never ever be with you. That's my message to you. Please remain firm. Trust only your brother, even though he's a betrayer, even though he's an Igbo man, he's your brother. Be with him, unite with him. If he's a foolish man, he's your brother. Take him and respect him. Anything he be, he's your brother. Your brother is your brother and nothing more. Any other thing that comes from outside is fake. And during the time Jonathan was ruling, if you can be able to record the whole news that are going on, my people, Hausa man will touch Igbo man, and the German say, see the thing where your brother they do. The German says, don't mind that foolish idiot. Don't mind that man. He's there just do you rubbish. Yoruba man go touch Igbo man, touch Ibibio man. Say, see the thing where your brother go do. Igbo man go say, that time off here, you no go win again. We go vote him out. That foolish man. But now where Buhari don't enter, Igbo man and the John man touch Awasa. See the thing where your brother they do. You know the thing why I was tell him, my brother, give him time. Give him time, he will change. Give him time. Oh my God. And the John man and the big man got touch Yoruba. See, you see the people who that put for power. He said, don't worry. The man is working for the better. Just have endurance. You will see he will change Nigeria. It's only we, the Eastern region, that keep on killing ourselves, that keep on selling ourselves 5 cover, that keep on putting ourselves in a bottle and give our enemies the cover to cover us in it. Please wake up. Love your brother that speak the same language with you. Love the people that came from the same area. Bikon, ejim Chineke na ayo. Udo dịrị unu. Dịkwara m. Dịara ndị niile ebe ọla ha nọ. Si Chineke abịa ma, Chineke bi n'eluigwe. Ana m ayọ gị. Nna, mepere ụmụ anyị ụzọ. Mepere anyị ụzọ. Anyị na-eme njọ, anyị na-asa ahụ n'afọ. Jehova nna m. Asị m gị lekwasịla anya na njọ ndị Igbo. Ma lekwasị anya n'ezi omume anyị. Metụ anyị aka ka anyị hụ ụzọ anyị ga-eche ala gbụrụ. Ihe ndị a na ihe ndị ọzọ ndị Igbo na-ayọ gị ihe ga-ebuli aha gị elu ka anyị si gị mezuru anyị n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị. Amen. Udo dịrị unu. Bekwara m. Bye bye my people. Love you all.